Hey, before this video starts, I just want to tell you a few things. I changed up my microphone's audio pickup, so it should be able to pick me up better, just because I was realizing I was getting a bit quiet in my videos, and I don't want to talk as loud, so, I changed that up, so maybe you can hear me better now. Hopefully that is the case. Secondly, this is not a clickbait video. I actually will be talking about the A-26 in this video. However, just because it is a bomber, I decided it was a good time to, talk about the bomber spam thing. So, there. Also, I will not be posting any videos from this Tuesday to next Tuesday. I'm not going to disclose why, because that's going to come later. So, I just thought I would tell you guys that. Anyways, yeah, enjoy the video. Alright guys, so welcome back to TheZozsomes. It is me once again, the only person on this YouTube channel. Today we are back in War Thunder to take a look at the A-26 C4 Invader. Now, this is I won't call it rare, but I wouldn't call it common aircraft. I call it uncommon now. It used to be a very rare aircraft because it was only available in the first, the first few patches of the game, I believe. Actually, no. I don't remember when it was taken away, but it was taken away a good long time ago, and it was a premium tier 4 aircraft. Now, there was a chance to win this aircraft if you got 25 wins in a day a while back, I believe. And I remember I spent 10 excruciating hours in arcade just trying to get this thing, because I knew realistic wouldn't pay off, because it's realistic. Now, I remember getting this thing and being like, it wasn't worth it, but oh well. Now, I've had this thing since that event, and I've really used it to grind out a lot of things. Actually, I used it to grind out my P80, actually, and I helped it. I used it to help me grind out my F8 F1B, which I have gotten, so I'm probably going to do a video on that eventually as well. So, this aircraft, it is a bomber, and I don't usually go after bomb channel. I'm not really sure how I should go about, making a video on this aircraft. I mean, it's just a bomber. Not a lot of people do videos on bombers, so yeah. Let's just dive into the stats and stuff of this aircraft. So, the A-26 C445 Invader. This aircraft sits at rank 4, battle rating 6.0. It is armed with 6 offensive 12.7mm Brownings that come with ammunition load of 2,100 rounds, along with 2 turrets that have 2 M2 Browning machine gun each. Each of them have, well, actually, altogether they have 1,600 rounds, meaning that individually they have 800 rounds each. Now, this aircraft carries 4 bomb loads, I believe. Yes, 2,100-pound bombs for randomness. I mean, it doesn't really help. Now, 500-pound bombs, so you can take out pillboxes, or if you're in maybe tank battles and you want to just try your luck with 500-pound bombs, go right ahead because you have 8 of them. Now, you also have 4 1,000-pound bombs, which if you use this in ground forces, you'll be able to take out some hefty little tanks. So, I would recommend the 4 1,000s, actually. And then you have 2 2,000s. Now, the 2 2,000s, I would say, because it takes 4 1,000s to take out a base, because 3 1,000s won't take it out. They'll leave thousands to do damage to the enemy airfield once you get there. Now, this really brings me onto a topic that a lot of YouTubers have been talking about, and since I'm such a small YouTuber, I mean, it won't really get noticed. I'm just kind of doing this because, I exist on YouTube. It's bomber spam. Now, bomber spam, they tried to fix this, right? So, okay, well, let's just start off with the Tu-4, right? So, the Tu-4 was really an aircraft that they never really should have added to the game, to be honest. I mean, the way it is, it's just retarded right now. It's impossible to kill. The allied teams, I know this, we will almost all the time ask in, 7.0 matches. I get 7.0 matches, but, 8.0 matches where you get up tiered, we will, always ask, okay, how many Tu-4s do you have? And it usually is around 4. And actually, 2 is just enough to take out frickin' an airfield alone. And it's just, it's retarded, the way they do it. because the Tu-4, the way it is, the way it spawns, considering it spawns at such a high altitude, nobody can combat it. Nobody. It's, and if you get close to it, the 23mm cannons and the turrets will just annihilate you. Yes, hello Coca-Cola SE152. But, it just gets annihilated the way it is. Now, at lower, like, the A-26 just, they never should have been added to the game, and there's no way that Gaijin's gonna remove it from the game. It's just a waste of development time. I think the best that they could do is they could add it as a Tier 4 premium, so it isn't spammed out as much. Like, take it away from all the people that grinded it, which is, it's unfair, but grab something and put it in its place. Like, put it at a lower, put that new aircraft at, like, a lower battle rating, and, like, make it so it's, like, still fairly Russian, like the Peshka 8 and stuff, but make it at least, able, not, it doesn't carry as much bomb load as the, like, Tu-4 does. Like, you can keep it at, like, 6.0, right? But just make it not have enough the bomb load. Make it just have, okay, let's put it like this. Make it not have a bomb load that it can, take out all 3 bases and then drop, like, 23,000 kilogram bombs on a bay, like, at the, airfield. Because that is just stupid. Like, literally, just the most stupid thing I have ever really, like, seen. But, yeah, let's just get back to the point what we're gonna do. Now, the A-26 Invader, it is really just a rushing aircraft. What you can do is, it has such a hop speed, such a high speed that you could just rush in and really cause some damage to the enemy team, because this aircraft does not rip until you get around 750 kilometers per hour. It's just that good. That's not something you do with the B-17. The B-17 rips at like 400, 500. Now, there really isn't too much you can do, like, bombing-wise with this aircraft. However, like, if you do stick around, you can take out a good amount of bases. Like, if you find a way to, not get shot down by the enemy, kill all the bomber spam people, you'll be okay. One of my favorite methods is on Sicily to just go around the, like, the, I believe it's the, I need to bring up a map, but it's go down to one of the, I think it's like the F and G line, and then you, like, go along the F and G line until you hit, like, the same, like, the F and G line, like, F2. I think that's where the enemy airfield is. That was one of my favorite things to do. They added in the new bombing bases there, so you can't really do that anymore, sadly. Yeah, there's nothing really to do. Now, moving on to these things. Turrets. The turrets are okay. For their battle rating, they're underwhelming. Very underwhelming. They don't do too much damage. However, I have gotten plenty of kills on, like, 7.0 aircraft, like the Horton 229, right? That thing comes up on my tail. I fire a few rounds into it. Thing turns off because the 30 mils do nothing anymore. And it rips his wings. Get a free kill. R2-Y2s. These guns do tend to spray a lot in the turrets. Now, the R2-Y2, I have, there was an R2-Y2, 1 kilometer out, flying parallel with me. I fire my guns at him. He turns his wings so that they're, like, horizontal, I guess you could say, to my fire. Bam! Both wings just fall off his aircraft. That was my first jet kill ever, actually. J7W1, because you will be fighting a lot of Japanese aircraft in this, bomber. The J7W1, it just, like, I've gotten plenty of pilot snipes. I remember I had a Kika on my tail once. Fire, like, he gets up close and all that. I fire, like, right at the last second I could, and pilot snipe. And this was before patch 1.59. This was a patch 1.57 or patch 1.55. So it was actually before the 50 cals got nerfed. Now, I don't know. Actually, the 50 cals getting nerfed really does affect this aircraft. Because the 50 cals in the wings, because if you look at the wings, there's 50 cals. There's 350 cals in each wing. However, they're like mid-wing. And this thing has long wings. Not as long as a B-17, but long for a aircraft that has 50 cals in the wing. It doesn't really do all that much because you have to have your convergence range at like a longer range to really do anything. And at that, once an aircraft gets up close, you're not gonna be able to hit them because your convergence is just so trash. Because the way these guns work is your convergence, like, say you have it at 400 like I do. Now, you have to wait till, like, 600 before the guns start to hit stuff. But once the target that you're trying to aim gets, like, 0.2, I guess you could say, 0.2 kilometers away from you, you're not going to be able to hit them. There's no way you're hitting them, unless your top turret turns around, which the chance of that happening because your angled cockpit, because if you look at the cockpit, it's angled up, the chance of that happening is really low. Yeah, it's just, you're not going to be able to hit them. Your best bet is to just try and pull evasives and then use the turrets. Like, try and be accurate with the turrets and shoot down some aircraft. That's really your only, like, your best bet to fighting things with this aircraft. But yeah, that's really enough of just talking about the aircraft. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay that I had just, like, going on through this video. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. I'd encourage you to keep making this stuff. And if you are new to the channel, you really like the video, you can subscribe, so, you know. Actually, no. We're not going to do the outro just there. We're going to talk about how to take this thing down, because most people who fly this aircraft actually know what they're doing. Now, the way to take this aircraft down, if you just can't take this aircraft down, I'll tell you. So, first things first. Most people are really experienced with gunners, right? However, right behind the tail section, there is this one weak spot where the bottom gunner can't go up, and the top gunner can't go down. There's one weak spot, so if you fly, try and get into that weak spot. It's a really small weak spot, however, you can get into it. Side aiming with these gunners are not good, so if you can attack on the side, go right ahead. Underneath, if you get the front side underneath, because of the way that the turret is positioned, they won't be able to fire back at you. If you get the top side, just try and avoid the top turret at all times, because that thing can fire in a 360-degree radius, unlike the bottom turrets. So yeah. Now, that is really the end of the video. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns about stuff like that, leave in the comment section below. If you just like the video, there's always that dislike button. However, if you like the video, if you like it, and if you're new to the channel, you really like the video, you can subscribe. That'll tell you when all the videos come out. And I hope you guys have a nice day on the battlefield or wherever you are. See you next video, guys. Bye.